Oh, I'm kind of dreading this because what I need is all the way back there and this thing is full. Us as car guys are usually super ambitious. Some things we get done, some things we just kind of hoard up and put off to the side and say, we'll get to it one day. Well, today we're gonna get to a project that's been stored for a while, a long while. Let me show you what we got. Ooh, y'all hear that? That thing even sounds fast. Ooh, y'all hear that? Sounds like I just got out of the bathtub. We're gonna give this thing. Ooh. Ooh. Holy cow, there comes all the water. This is where it gets awesome. Awesome. There's two cars in here actually. Well, one car, one truck. My old Model A pickup truck up here, then the thing we're after all the way in the back. And then we got all these goodies. A bunch of parts, a bunch of random stuff. You know, this is a lot of that stuff like you just can't throw away, like good Camaro parts and parts you bought at an auction from a place that you used to work at that was gonna basically give away a bunch of go fast race car parts. Your kid's four-wheeler that she hasn't rode in 12 years. Oh yeah, I remember that stuff. This is where I'm just gonna kind of get busy. And if I find something interesting, I'll stop and let you see it. I want to take a little moment here. I'm not saying I'm out of shape. I'm saying some of that stuff is kind of heavy. Chopper coming, if y'all can hear it. The guy who owns this car is on his way here. And you know, for somebody to show up in a helicopter, that's pretty cool. But this guy that owns it, he's just show up in a regular pickup truck like most of us would show up on. So yeah, fooled you, didn't I? Y'all see all them boxes over there, them bankers boxes? Well, that's from my old office. That's whenever I clean my office out and come home. There's probably a few goodies in there that we could go through, show you guys a couple of things. Might be kind of cool. I'm the dude that was on an automotive how-to show for nearly 20 years. Yep, 20 years. So with that TV show, you could say I've acquired a few goodies. Let's see what's in there. That's pretty neat. That's a state trooper hat. That's from whenever me and a friend of mine, where we built the Crown Victoria, made it pretty hot. Dressed up like cops. Oh, that's kind of neat. This is my Krager SS. Let me walk it over so y'all can check it out. That's my SS Krager belt buckle. We did a special thing with the company on this, and I asked them if they had something kind of unique and cool, like a person could wear in a way. And they said, oh yeah. So, our nice lady sent me a belt buckle. This is something you guys may get a kick out of. This was from back in the good old days. This is a license plate from Jack Roush when he was up there. This is in 2008 from the Good Show. Mike Galley signed it. Joe Elmore, the man himself, Joe Elmore. And this Buddy Hendricks, he was the guy that was helping out for a while. Real nice guy. And this one's from Dennis Anderson, the guy who did, you know, y'all know Dennis Anderson? Y'all gotta know Dennis. You know, Gravedigger guy. Here is from that show. That is from Eliza that was on there. She was the female chick. Meekum license plate, that's pretty good. That come from John Cramen. He's not there anymore, he's deceased. And then here's one of my prized possessions. Y'all might get a kick out of, but this has nothing to do with the show. Cletus the Martian from Ellie. And that says 09. That's my daughter. She made that. She was a little bitty runt then. So I kept stuff like that. Kind of keeps you humble, keeps you focused on stuff. And here's a photo that you guys will see that kind of will blow your mind. Let me just creep this thing in there so you can see it a little better. That is a house that I was driving around in Bedford County, which is Shelbyville, Tennessee. And it was on this backwoods road, and I come across this place. Someone was living there. This was probably, I don't know, let's see if there's a date on here. 08 is when it was. Someone was living in this thing, and the photo doesn't really and truthfully like do it justice. It was kind of bad shape, but it made me go, things could always be better and things could always be worse. A lot of times folks judge you by things you have. That particular person there, you drive by and think they may not have nothing. But they also could be the happiest people you ever met. So every time I'd see that thing, it triggers a thought. There's a cool little photo, family photo of my little girl after winning a beauty pageant. Kind of a big deal. Not sure if you guys recognize, but that is an XTV truck. This is a Model A pickup truck that they were gonna be building on one of those shows, and they axed the project. They just said, nope, we're not gonna build it. This thing's got an aftermarket Pete and Jake's chassis under it, 9-inch Ford, disc brakes. They never had the motor and stuff nailed down in it. Cab and body of this thing was pretty nice, so it looked like when they started, and after they sandblasted the thing and got it back, it turned out to be downright scary. Let me show you this thing. Now, it is a cool little ride, but over here on this passenger door, you can see what I was talking about. Look at that primitive repair, to say the least. What was crazy about this thing, you guys look how big that dent is in that door. This truck looked good. It was painted that implement green. You can kind of see there where they did a little grinding. It's got some filler and all on it. This truck didn't have any evidence that it was this bad a shape. And rusty, whoo, look at that. You can still see some of the filler in there. Now, somebody had attempted to fix the cowl, but it's not very good. You can see in the metal where it's really pitted. My goal when I bought it, I said, shoot, I can fix this stuff, but I never have. And these trucks, they're notorious for being kind of rough because, heck, they were built out of wood. They were literally nailed together. It's kind of how they were. You can see this is the cowl, or the top of the cowl, and the visor has nails in it. Now, this car or truck would have a canvas top on it, and that was my plan too, to eventually get on it. I kind of like to build this with my kiddos. Kicked around putting a Hemi in it, kicked around putting an old 409 motor in it. I mean, they're pretty basic. You ever get a motor and radiator sitting in front of it, all you need then is some pedals and some brakes. One piece of glass, and man, you could be riding, but still gonna take a lot of work. Now, the goodie we've got to get is still back there. I could chance pushing it out. We may try that first. I don't know, we got to check to see if the tires are up. If they are, if this thing will roll pretty easy, that Model A is not all that heavy. And if I can just shove it out, we'll shove her out. I almost need a break. It's all right, it's all good. Well, are you curious of what's in here? What's all the way in the back? That didn't take but like a couple hours to get to, but here it is. You recognize what that fits? What about that? Now, some of you may be going, well, what's a Mustang? That's it. It's got one of them fancy slopey tops on it. You can kind of tell. I've always wanted to build one of these cars. Yep. It's funny how you can have one of these that don't have this special roof on it, and it's worth some money, but you put that slanted little window in it and that big old huge back glass. The next thing you know, you can literally triple or quadruple the value. This one has had a lot of metal work already done to it. It's really difficult to tell because it's in this container. But you could call this one a rust-free Mustang. What is a Mustang of this era that has had all the metal work done in it, just a shell, has a title, and is ready to be built? What's it worth? What do you think? Now, Mustangs are kind of one of those cars that are, you know, I don't want to say the cheapest car, but there's a bunch of people making a bunch of reproduction parts for it. With that said, that means there's competition on pricing. Ouch, that'll grow back. This car has had a few upgrades done to it. You could probably tell if you noticed the fancy boxes that was sitting on it. But we got to get it out of here now. Got a few more pieces to move, and then this car can see daylight. It hasn't been out of this container. I think I put it in here probably 5 years ago. Yeah. Let's get it out of here. I'm excited. This is a big day, real big day. Yep, been kind of just hanging on to this one to build a muscle car. Now some people are gonna say, it's not a muscle car, it's a pony car. I get that, I'm not arguing or debating all that nonsense. But this is one of those cars that I am known to put together. You know, anything from 64 to 72 model with a V8, a big old gnarly stick shift in it, making 4, 5, 6, 700 horsepower, cool suspension, fancy paint. That's what that thing's gonna be. Whew. Y'all see that smile on my face? Feels good. So if you guys have any suggestions of people and parts and companies to use, please push them my way. Any of you advertisers out there, if you're interested in Mustangs, holler at me. I mean, we can work something out, I'm sure. I'd like to know if you got some cool products. Let me know what's happening. We're gonna be building this thing from start to finish. And it's gonna be a cool car when we're done. So yeah, enough jawing, enough talking. Let's get this thing out so we can show off to you guys what this thing looks like. Now this is where we gotta be nice and easy, that we don't cause any detrimental harm to ourselves, the vehicle, or the tractor. We almost hit that car right there while I was busy showing you off what we got going on. Not gonna lie, almost screwed up. There's my pickup truck over there. Should have put that caution cone out. We got an obstacle course here. There's 3. There's that thing. There's Mike's square body. And I've got to go in that door. It's that easy, right? Don't want to hit the wagon. Don't want to hit nothing. The wet old tractor's starting to grunt a little bit. Real easy. Too far. Nah, that's probably good. Oh, bash the roof in. Just kidding. Any y'all need any big body Chevys? I got a couple for sale. Except for my station wagon. I got a convertible for somebody needs one. We got goals. Well, this is her. Out of the container, out of storage, and ready for the festivities to begin. A lot of work has already been done to this thing. There's been new floors installed. The wheel tubs have been widened. Quarter panels have been on it. All the rust has been removed on it. And for those who know, it's like these Aero Mustangs almost came from the factory with it on it. We've already installed some fancy suspension on the front, tubular control arms. It's got the big fancy brace, done away with the shock towers. It's got rack and pinion steering. It's got a RideTech 4-link kit in the back. It's got a Moser rear axle installed into it. We've got big brakes for it. You can tell it's got one of them iconic decals on it. New doors. Our original doors were crunchy, to say the least. We got a little bit of some adjusting we're gonna have to do. There's been a tremendous amount of work happened up here. You guys know, if you're a Mustang folk, you know what's up with that. Blech. So what color should we paint it, folks? What would you do with this thing? If you were building this, what kind of engine would you be running? Would you go with a Coyote? Would you go with a small block Ford? Right now, it's, I guess you could say, a blank canvas. The options are so plentiful, it's kind of mind-boggling. When you get something like this, the opportunity for upgrades is so plentiful because there's so many people that makes things for it. Now, we're wanting to build a car that we're proud of. We're wanting to build something that's kind of unique and actually throws a little tidbit back to what these things are known for. But you never know. I'm thinking we might even try to ruffle a few feathers with this thing. What do you guys think about LS power?